Hey folks, Gary here. Doing a daily Bible reading for Saturday morning, and we've been working our way through Psalm 105, and it's been pretty cool. The psalmist is recounting the history of how good God has been to the Hebrews and God has been to Israel. And so now we're into verses 23 to 27, and it's pretty cool as the psalmist talks about what happened in Egypt. So let's just read it here. So 23. Jacob and his family came and settled in Egypt as foreigners. Now, why did they go there? Well, because there was a famine in Canaan, right? There's no food, there was no grain, there's a famine. And so they needed to go someplace. And God had already sent Joseph ahead to prepare a way for them, or a place for them, which is awesome. And so they go to Egypt as a place of refuge, a place to weather out this famine. And so we continue on here. They were the Lord's people, so he let them grow stronger than their enemies. So this takes place over generations. The famine didn't last that long, but they stayed there. They stayed in that place, and God made them grow. Right? This over generations, they became a powerful nation, and that kind of freaked out the Egyptians. So it continues on. They served the Lord, and he made the Egyptians plan hateful things against them. So God had the Egyptians' hearts go hard against this. Like I said, they freaked out. They're like, these guys are getting too big for us. What are we going to do? So they planned hateful things against them. They enslaved the Hebrews. God sent his servant Moses, and he also chose and sent Aaron to his people in Egypt. And they worked miracles and wonders there. So God had a plan all along. And so he hears the cries of the Hebrews as they're under this great weight of the Egyptians. They're slaves, they're being beaten, all that kind of stuff, and they cry out. God hears that, and God already has a plan in order. Remember, the original plan was that Abraham's descendants would have Canaan. They would have the promised land, that they would go in and they would take that. Well, this all leads towards that plan. And so Moses is going to be used to free the Hebrews from the Egyptians. And we're going to get into that a little bit later on here. But the cool thing is this. When you find yourself in a hard spot, when your place of refuge ends up becoming a place of slavery, when it is really, really hard, understand that God has a plan. He saw that coming a long time ago. And he's got a plan for you. And he's going to make that plan work out. And it's going to be awesome. He already had Moses and Aaron set up. They didn't know it, but they were already in that key spot where they were going to come and they were going to rock the Egyptians. Cool stuff.